Well, when I was a kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi to visit my granny and her antebellum world. Now I'd run around barefooted all day long, climbing trees, free as a song. One day I happened to catch myself a squirrel. Now I stuffed him down in an old shoebox and punched a couple of holes in the top, and when Sunday came, I snuck him into church. Now I was sitting way back in the very last pew, showing him off to my good buddy you, when that squirrel got loose and went totally berserk. Now what happened next is hard to tell. Some thought it was heaven, others thought it was hell, but the fact that something was among us was plain to see. As the choir sang I surrender all, the squirrel ran apart Newman's overalls. He leaped to his feet and said, "Something's got a hold on me, ow!" The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and a shout, hallelujah, hallelujah. Well, Harv hit the aisles dancing and screaming. Some thought he had religion, others thought he had a demon, but Harv thought he had a weed eater loose in his fruit of balloons. They fell to his knees to plead and beg, and that squirrel ran out of his breeches leg unobserved to the other side of the room. All the way down to the amen pew where sat Sister Brother Better Than You, who was watching all the commotion with sadistic glee. Well, you all have seen that look in her eye when that squirrel jumped her garters and crossed her thighs. She leaped to her feet and said, "Lord, have mercy on me." As the squirrel made laps inside her dress, she began to cry and then to confess a sentence that would make a sailor blush with shame. Now she told of gossip and church dissension, but the thing that got the most attention when she talked about her love life, and then she started naming names. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. There was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and a shout, hallelujah, hallelujah. Well, 7 deacons and the pastor got saved, and $25,000 got raised, and 50 volunteered for missions in the Congo on the spot. Yeah, they did. And even without an invitation, there was at least 500 rededications, and we all got rebaptized, whether we needed it or not. Now you've all heard the Bible story, I guess, how God parted the waters from Moses and passed all the miracles God's brought to this old world. But the one I'll remember till my dying days, how he sent that church back on the narrow way with a half-crazed Mississippi squirrel. And the day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. There was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and a shout, hallelujah, hallelujah. One day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. There was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and a shout, hallelujah, hallelujah.